Okay, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Deco Gravity Design Training. So, if you're actually still thinking on how you can create a 3D logo, I suggest you need to watch this because I'm going to show you everything step by step as usual. This is another pattern of creating a logo which you need to learn. The first thing we need to do right now is we'll go to our Pixellab. So, change the size so that you have more space, okay? 1024 by 1280, so you have a bigger space to work with. Change the background to default background like this. Okay, so the next thing you need to do after that's been done, we have a circle. It depends anyway, but I want to make it simple. Let's make it simple. We have a circle, then reduce the opacity and give it stroke of your choice. Let's say 30. So reduce the size, or we say 25. Okay, after that has been done, then the next thing you need to do is to give it a color. So I want to give it this color. So let's say the name of the business is Tenbay. 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 Okay. Tenbay's fashion. So it has to be TB. So we'll not look for a font that can actually do that. So I'm thinking we should use all these romantic fonts. Tenbay. So I guess we can use this. So you just need to increase the size so that you position it to the middle. Okay, perfect. So we'll go to color, we give it the same color. So after this has been done, then the next thing you need to do is to import this particular fashion stuff, because since the version this thing, okay. So I'm going to position this beside it. Okay, perfect. Let me make it more bigger. So once I'm able to do this, I will make sure that I align it to the center. Okay, perfect. You can shift this, it depends. Shift with it. Okay, perfect. So now we can merge the three together, it depends. So we'll reduce the size, it should be here. And we can try the relative position to position to the center. So now we have what we call a tembe. We have a tembe. So we'll go to the font. Which font can we use for this? So if we try Leaks pattern, what are we going to get? So Leaks pattern, that's the font I use for this. So we centralize this as well. So after using this, we centralize this. We have what we call let's say we use a pink, the deeper ones. So the version should go with good. Same thing of picture. So version will not be as big as this. We'll position it. We can use leaks pattern that are not likely to be both. So we have them is form family. So when you download leaks pattern, so you will see the medium, the extra bold, the black bold, and so on. So you can actually select the one that are not as thick as the previous one. That's what I'm saying. So I want to reselect the medium, the lighting one. So let's say we'll pick this. So we'll position this here. So here, this one we will decided to give it something like a goat, but there's one thing here I can decide that instead of me to give it this, decided to give it something like a script font. So we'll look at how it be script. So when we have this, okay, we can even change the whole pattern and use something unique. Okay, so I'm thinking of Tenbay. This is not fine. So I want to use this MO font or Abyss. So any of the two you can actually use. You use this is a Tenbay others. So I apply stroke initially. If I do not apply stroke, this is what I get. If I apply stroke, this is what I get. So I can actually space it. It depends. So if I space it, so there is something I notice here which I will adjust manually. So I have to cut two things out here, this, so that I will retype it. So I can, the essence of detaching it is to make it more bold, more closer, so that there won't be splitting in between the two. Okay, so after that I can now think of font I want to use for version. So let's try Archivo now. Archivo board. Let's see the lighter one. So we'll get this. So an Arctic. Now we have a perfect result. But I only think if we have something like a script font for this, it will be more accurate and better. So take it instance, if we have this, but if we look at this self, it's somehow bigger. So there's no, in the sense that it is more bigger. I want to scout for another font. Okay, if I go for this Moscato, it's about the black sword. So I got exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, okay. This version, the script font, I don't actually like it. So let's go for Bezno font. So I prefer this. So after we're able to select all this as a rough factor, so we can actually go to something like this. So we have something of this nature. Which we will position at the center, then change the color to pink. So we can shift this one a bit. So this one we specialize in okay, then let's let's maintain the same font. So position it here. So you can put a kind of design to it. So where we have a big circle like this, we'll reduce the size, position it here. So we'll copy, we'll position, reduce the size. Okay, perfect. So now change the color to pink. The second one should be changed to pink. Now merge the two together. Look at it properly before merging. So we'll merge the two together, copy it, then I place it. Sorry. So we're going to place it at the right side, then we'll rotate it. Okay, perfect. So now that we have this, then the next thing we are going to complete this. We specialize in different types of fashion wears. So which font are we going to go for with this? So I prefer we use this. And what is the name of this font? Actually, this font is what we call Ghost Theory. Ghost Theory 1. It depends anyway on kind of a font you want to use. So I prefer the Ghost Theory. So after that, we centralize this to the center. So what do we need to do first? We brought in directly our we are going to bring let's bring in the social media icon. Start from the WhatsApp. So my Pixellab is having all this. I don't need to be looking for it as well. So I want to maintain the color. So I have to remove the white, then give it different color. So let's say the pink and see what we got. And if you want to maintain the same color, we can decide to not give it color. We'll maintain our green and white. So no need of removing it. So I'm going to position it here. So after that, I will put in, let me still maintain the same font and see the, so after putting in the number, you see directly, just make it look cool. So we're going to copy this and we crop another one. So let's say this, which our Instagram. So we'll maintain, I don't want the size to be different. So we'll maintain the same size and position that here. Reduce the size well. Look at this and reduce it well. Okay, after that we now have Atal Tenbay at Tenbay F. Tenbay F. Okay, Tenbay F. So position this here. Now what we can do to make everything look cool, since we have this, but I don't prefer this. What I'm thinking we should do when you have situation like this, just position this to the center, hang this one here. Make sure you position it to the center as well. Bring in this one here. Okay, it will be more accurate. Though some people prefer it to be in front of their stuff. So after you position this, so the next thing you are going to do after that is copy. Then we have uh, Tenbay version. So we have the full stuff. So we are not stressing ourselves than copy and crop. So bring in our Facebook. So position to the center and bring it to the down. So we are going to position that here, centralize it, and you bring it down here, position to the center. So now we have the whole stuff, the whole picture, and we can see how it looks. So the Tenbay, we can position this to the center. Everything seems to be correct now, nothing bigger. So I want to big this one a bit. So I want it to be bigger because that's the main brand. So other one I will bring them down. So I will merge it and bring it down so that I will have more space. So I decided not to use everything in square size so that I'll be able to have a bigger space to work with. So now that I'm having the whole thing being designed, what I'm going to do next is to match them. You can decide to save if you are working with different. Sorry, I always type this thing. Let's say fast logo. So we can merge everything together, as you can see. Then we saved. So we can reduce the size now, return it back to the square size of our choice. You can see. So once we do this, we centralize it. So we're preparing it for 3D logo. So after that, we can now add in color of our choice. So let's say black would go. Okay, you can reduce the size, reposition. So we'll save it. So after this has been done, we can now go to our Chrome browser. So when you get to Chrome browser, we go to our Photopea. So once you get to Photopea, you allow it to load very well. Make sure you get the Photopea, the mockup I'm going to use at the description of this video. Okay. Now this is Photopea. Tap on open from computer and just locate your locate the mockup. So your own, you will get it at description, just extract and use. So it depends on the one we want to use. Take it for instance, we want to use the woody mockup. So we can try this. Sometimes how this work, you don't jump to conclusion whenever you are running this kind of mockup on your phone. When I first select, not too sure, just be looking. You will see results and it's display. Tap here, double click, then you allow it to open the layer. Okay. See, I've typed, nothing seems to work. You still need to be looking at the screen. Okay. You see it has work, right? I will still type again. So now I have 3 layers. So you hide it. It's more or less like the video I uploaded yesterday. You have to deal with those layers separately. So I'll bring this one. You see, perfect, right? So what I'm going to do next is tap here and click on Save with Smart Objects. So you have to be looking at the screen of your phone. Okay. So now what we're going to do next is close this, the third one. just close the third one. So when you tap nothing might seem to work, it still be looking at the screen. You see everything seem to be hang. So be looking at the screen. In no time, you see it has transformed that. So what we need to just do next is how are we going to get it the background. So you go back to file and tap on save with smart object, which is second time after closing the third one. So in this time around, you'll be able to get the backgrounds fitting for this. So after tapping save with smart object, nothing seems to work. You still be looking at the screen of your phone. This is how it works. It might not work like that when you're using your PC, but this is smartphone lesson. Nothing seems to work. Everything hang. It's not hanging, it's running the stuff underground. You see smart object, you cannot tap wooden. You see, it came out. Now the next step that we're going to use is how to retain the color. So we'll go to this place. Are we retaining the color? Let's hide this and see. So meaning we can retain this color. So if we can retain the color, it means the whole this thing that we use cannot work. So meaning that we supposed to have done that even before we actually come here. Okay, we supposed to have done that. So what I'm saying is this: when you close the third one, because I have to reverse this, it remain you get something like this. Before you tap the second, come to the file and click on the second save with smart object. You have to open this where you initially got this. You open this where you have a color field, layer 3 here. You see this layer 3 where I'm just typing here, this layer 3, hide it, because that is what giving it that texture, so that color field will be able to show. So when you see it, it will display here. You understand? So there's other thing that we still need to do after getting that. So we can go to the color field, or here you hide the level 1. Let's see, until when you are able to see the whole color. So we click on color field. So we have the bigger result of what we're looking for. So after that, the next thing is let's go to effect 2. When we had the first one, hide it. Let's see what we get. So we have our bigger picture. So you can now go to the file and tap save with smart object to run the second round, instead of us to run it that way. But let's assume that all the elements they've test, they are not depends on each other. Like the background I use here is pink, then I place the white on top of it, so which they are depends on each other. So probably if you use a texture for that, it will merge you together. But this case, it won't do that once you select the different color. So we have our result now. So you can just come here, come to export and click on PNG, and boom, we have everything being done. So it's just as simple as that. So I'll provide more tutorial with more different logo that you can actually run on your smartphone using this kind of a mockup. So thanks for watching, guys. God bless you.